Fabrizio Romano is known in the football space for being the go-to guy for reliable transfer news. When he gives the "here we go," we know it's all confirmed. In today's video, we have some huge news as Fabrizio Romano has provided a huge Liverpool transfer update ahead of the summer transfer window. We will discuss this in today's video whilst going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool news. But first, Liverpool have been drawn against PSG in the last 16 of the Champions League, knowing they will play the second leg of their knockout tie at Anfield. The Reds progressed directly to the last 16, having finished top of the Champions League's new league phase, with the results of subsequent playoffs confirming two possible opponents. With Benfica beating Monaco 4-3 on aggregate and PSG thrashing Brest 10-0 over two legs, it was Lisbon or Paris for Liverpool's next European trip. Friday's draw at the UEFA headquarters in Nyon confirmed that Liverpool will play PSG in the last 16, with the first leg held away. Fixture dates will be confirmed in due course, but the first leg will be played over March 4th and 5th, and the second leg over March 11th and 12th. Liverpool's clashes with PSG will therefore land between two meetings with Newcastle, in the Premier League on February 26th, and the Carabao Cup final on March 16th, and sandwich the visit of Southampton on March 8th. The last time the Reds met PSG was in the group stage of the Champions League in 2018-19, winning 3-2 at Anfield before a 2-1 defeat at the Parc des Princes, on their way to lifting the European Cup in Madrid. PSG's top scorer this season is Ousmane Dembele, with 23 goals in 30 appearances, including 6 goals in 8 games in the Champions League. Liverpool remain favourites to win the season's Champions League, having won 7 of their 8 games in the league phase, only suffering defeat in their dead rubber trip to PSV Eindhoven after heavy rotation from Slot. But they will be acutely aware of the threat posed by PSG in the last 16, particularly as the intensity of the schedule builds in a remarkable season so far. If Liverpool do progress to the quarter-finals, they will face either Club Brugge or Aston Villa, with the first leg to be played at home. Now, in some huge Liverpool transfer news, reliable transfer journalist Fabrizio Romano has given a huge update on the future of Darwin Nunez at Liverpool. Darwin Nunez has caused outrage among the Liverpool supporters after his most recent performance against Aston Villa in the Premier League on Wednesday. After the Uruguayan missed what has been described by many as the sitter of the season, which could have won Liverpool the 3 points they desperately wanted, Nunez decided to down tools mid-game and proceed to put in little to no effort for the remainder of the 90 minutes. Nunez is a man who already splits opinion with the Anfield crowd. However, after Wednesday's performance, it is believed a majority of fans will be happy to see the back of the striker in the summer. Fortunately for those fans, Fabrizio Romano has provided a huge update on Darwin Nunez's future at Anfield. In a recent post on X by Romano, he stated, "Saudi clubs will be back for Darwin Nunez in the summer, but there could also be European clubs, so let's wait and see." This was also backed up by a post from renowned football journalist David Ornstein, who said there was real interest in Darwin Nunez from Al Nassr before they signed John Duran from Villa, and there seems to be this suggestion that he might well be on his way in the summer, but there is a huge amount to play for now. This suggests that the interest from Saudi Arabian clubs has remained for the Uruguay striker, which is certainly positive news for a lot of Liverpool fans and the club as a whole. After the fallout from the game against Villa and Slot's open criticism about the player, something Slot doesn't do often, it seems that time is up for Nunez at Anfield. Having this interest still there from Saudi is positive, as it means Liverpool can still demand the £60 to £70 million they value the striker at, and hope one of these Saudi clubs will pay up for him. However, until the transfer window opens, we won't see much development in this. However, overall, this is incredibly positive news if you're one of the many Liverpool fans who thinks we should be looking to move on Darwin Nunez. It will also be interesting to see who the European clubs Fabrizio mentioned are. Could it be AC Milan again? Or could it be Newcastle like LFC News reported last week? We will have to just wait for any developments for now, but let me know your thoughts on this down below. Now, in other news, Luis Diaz's representatives are said to have confirmed ongoing contact with Barcelona, but denied claims of offering the Liverpool winger to the Spanish side. Diaz has been linked with a move to Camp Nou since 2023, when his father admitted that Luis is a loyal Barcelona fan and it would be his dream to go there. There have been credible reports of interest from Barcelona since then, including from the Telegraph's Sam Wallace in April, The Athletic's Andy Jones in June, and a number of sources in both Spain and Colombia. Earlier this week, El Chiringuito TV's Jose Alvarez claimed that Diaz's agents had been in direct contact with Barcelona, sporting director Deco offering his services. This comes with Diaz's contract set to expire in 2027, with LFC News reporting in September that Liverpool were planning to offer their number 7 a new long-term deal. With no progress yet, however, Colombian journalist Pipe Sierra has relayed word from Diaz's camp over contact with Barcelona. They deny that the Colombian has been offered to Barcelona. Sierra, whose post on X was shared by the Times' Paul Joyce, wrote, but they confirm that they have dialogue due to the interest of the Kules since 2023. He added his future will depend on his renewal or not with Liverpool. This summer will undoubtedly be a pivotal one when it comes to Diaz's future at Anfield, since he will enter the final 2 years of his contract and the customary period for either an extension or a sale to maximize value. Given the level of interest from Barcelona, it stands to reason that offers would arrive, though their financial issues obviously cloud the situation. At least publicly, Diaz is fully committed to Liverpool, telling Gol Caracol after Colombia's 5-1 win over the United States in June that he is very happy at the club. I am very happy there in Liverpool. It is a great team and club, he said. I always wanted to play there, so I am very happy and calm. I'm not thinking about anything else, I'm thinking about the Colombian national team, which is where we are. Much will depend on the scale of Liverpool's contract offer and where Diaz fits into Arne Slot's long-term plans, having carved out a role as starting number 9 this season, but with question marks over his end product. Having turned 28 in January, and with Cody Gakpo, 25, now first choice in his natural role on the left, perhaps this summer could force a tough decision for Diaz and the club. Finally, Ryan Gravenberch is experiencing his first dip in form in an outstanding season for Liverpool, but Arne Slot has described that as completely normal. Beyond the likes of Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk, Gravenberch has been one of Liverpool's top performers throughout Slot's first campaign at Anfield. The Dutch midfielder has made light of his switch to the number 6 role following the failed pursuit of Martin Zubimendi, so much so that the position is no longer viewed as a transfer priority. But in recent weeks, he has been noticeably quieter, including against both Everton and Wolves, being substituted after an hour in the former with a belief that he has been overused. In his pre-match press conference ahead of the trip to Man City on Sunday, Slot insisted he had no concerns over Gravenberch's form and stressed that he has the potential to join an elite group. I think that is partly what it is, he said when asked if his number 38 simply could not be at his top level every game. There are only a few players in the world who can be a 9 out of 10 every 3 days. If you look at his age, he might eventually belong to that group of players, those 2 or 3 or 4 that can do this, but he's not there yet, which is completely normal. And it depends also on the playing style of the opponent, so if you play Everton or Wolves, that's a completely different game than when you play Villa. I liked him against Villa much more than I liked him against Everton, for example. So yeah, it's not always as simple as the form of a player or how many games he played, but that's 9 out of 10 times the most easy reason to give, instead of diving into it and looking at playing style and certain other things. The suggestion that Gravenberch may be less suited to certain games is interesting, particularly given Slot's reluctance to start Wataru Endo instead. But that is all for today's video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.